That's right, folks. You're listening to Fanatics and the Fan. It is our first show after Vision Con. Brandon, we're still here.
Yeah,
we're still alive.
We survived.
The stories we have been telling about Vision Con, the amount of fun we had. Trapped in an elevator with John Wesley Shipp 3 times that weekend, one of which I was still drunk for.
I ate dinner right next to him. Not with him.
I did have dinner with RJ. I did have dinner with Laura. I had a long conversation with Steve. Love talking to him. He actually wants me to go back into voice work. So big ups to Master Chief. And that's funny because we've got a lot of video game stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm. I'm proud to introduce our guest for the week. They're cool people.
Are they?
Well, I mean, they've been compared to a cult and a biker gang. Yeah. In the same sentence.
Yeah.
Folks, we have Arkvindicta with us. Brian, the president of Arkvindicta, is going to introduce everybody else. Brian, you were at VisionCon.
Yeah, I was. It was it was weird. This year was like the first year. I mean, I've had VisionCon hangover before, but this year was a whirlwind. I mean, this year we had 4,500 attendees this year.
And the weekend was just too quick.
It was fast.
Always
something to do.
I woke up Sunday like, I got to go do something. Then I realized, first of all, I'm not dressed. Second of all, I'm still drunk. And third, I don't have to go do nothing. And it was the strangest thing to me.
Yeah.
It was an amazing weekend.
It was a great weekend. And the club, Arkvindicta, had a great time. We had a great panel Friday night right at the beginning of the event. I don't know how many. We had like 40 or 50 people there. Had some great questions and stuff. Everybody wants to know what the heck we are. So.
And we're going to discuss that a little bit later on the show. We had a halfway decent panel that was full of people. Lots of fun. That's our new format for our live show from now. I love it.
It was being on that stage, and especially it's the end of VisionCon.
Right.
That show. So it was just all that energy, all that fun, and then we had that huge crowd and gave away the Xbox. So that was a lot of fun.
I've heard from her twice. She's so happy. Her grandkids love her forever now. I think the grandkids are going to move in with Mima now. Brian, introduce who you brought with us.
Well, I brought Laura over here. She's sitting with us, and she brought a friend with her.
Hey guys, my name is Corey.
And these guys are they're really big on the anime stuff, so we can throw them. They know everything anime.
I just spent an entire day yesterday talking about anime.
Oh yeah,
and how the anime has changed. Believe it or not, I discovered anime at a VisionCon.
Yeah.
And their anime room the anime room and the movie room has always been great.
Well, then we also have a silent guest down here. My friend Crystal. She's a part of our club. She's our patch mistress. She does all of our patches and stuff.
She's also a huge nerd.
She's a huge nerd. She knows everything, but she won't put it on. She's all shaking head, no talking. All right.
That's okay. Believe me, we start talking about how bad Star Wars is. She might bite.
Oh, you'll hear her growling. That's about it.
That's an angry look.
And one of my favorite actresses in the area, Miss Robin Dawn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
We've seen a lot of movies together.
Yes, we have.
and some Netflix stuff. Yes. We got a lot of movies to talk about. It's going to be an amazing week. We're going to...
Where are we at?
We're actually in the B&B theaters in Ozark this week.
Yeah, the Marquee side.
The Marquee side.
Drinking side.
It's actually enjoyable. And that's actually one of the topics I'd like to talk about later on when we get into movies is how much these movie theaters has changed. Because, we got an Alamo. I spent the day with them yesterday, coming to Springfield real quick. But, Brandon, there's a lot of stuff going on in comic books.
I mean, there always is.
There always is. It's just a matter. Sometimes you just wonder, what? I heard the other day that DC is going to be releasing a Steve Trevor book in June. And folks, what you're hearing is us trying to figure out which one of us is going to not say anything first.
It's poignant because they want to be able to capitalize on the Wonder Woman movie and all that kind of stuff. And especially developing a character that, most people don't know who Steve Trevor is. Everybody knows.
They know of him, but...
Yeah, everybody knows Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman persists as, she persisted.
Right.
But Steve Trevor...
How did she persist?
guys can chime in. I mean, you guys know who Steve Trevor is, right? I mean, how would you feel about your comic book readers? I hope.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then you can stay. You looked at me like I was crazy for a second. I mean, Steve Trevor comic. I mean, is it? I don't know if it's going to be a series or just one book, but actually, it does say one shot. So yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I mean, I'm kind of excited, and also kind of like at the same time because I'm like, I know I work at a bookstore, so I'm going to see it. I'm just going to pick it up. And I'm probably going to be like, I love it, or I'm going to absolutely hate it. I'm on the fence. I'm not going to say anything right now because I have to hold my tongue because I'm going to probably be proven wrong.
Here's my thought. My one and only thought is the Peter Parker book, the series. I mean, I've always said Spider-Man had too many books in the first place. At one point, I remember him having concurrent, running all together, 8 books. Mm-hmm. One of them was Peter Parker, and it sold. Spectacular was the best to me, but I'm told Amazing sold better than any of the others.
Oh, yeah.
But Peter Parker sold, so why not with Steve Trevor? But then again, what you want?
I really think this is just a marketing push from DC with the new movie coming out.
Which I'm excited about.
It's as much stuff they can shut out Wonder Woman at this point in time. People are going to end up even people who aren't comic book fans, people who aren't because they go see the movie. They won't.
But you want to see an Alfred comic book?
Well, you got Captain Kirk now with Wonder Woman. They're paying a lot of money for him to be in that, so they want to spin off anything they can.
I would have loved if they picked somebody else. Well, I love Chris Pine. I would have loved them to pick somebody else.
Well, here's the thing: everybody's doing the same thing. It's like shotgun blasts every time they release something now. They want to get all their fingers out there, as many as they can, to find out what sticks. It's like, I mean, it's literally like cooking spaghetti with the things that are coming out of Hollywood right now. They're just putting it out there, and the thing is they don't care if it's just one season. They don't care.
But on the comic book thing, would you read an Alfred?
I'm personally sick of reboots. I'm sick
of
everybody.
Not this. This is literally a one shot going on with the current DC rebirth. So it's Steve Trevor, our current Steve Trevor, is getting his own book, which is funny because he died in Paradox. He died at the beginning of the last reboot, if I'm not mistaken. He died in Kingdom Come.
He did, yeah.
So maybe he might die at the bottom. I wouldn't want to play Steve Trevor at this point.
I feel like it's totally that's pretty much his character. He has to end up dying at some point because she has to move on from the whole Steve Trevor thing too. I mean, that's Wonder Woman is always.
But Steve Trevor is Wonder Woman's Robin.
So at least Steve Trevor getting out. Would you want to see an Alfred book? Would you want to see a Pepper Potts book? Would you want to see?
I definitely want to see a Pepper Potts.
Yes, I love that.
I definitely enjoy those kind of books, but at the same time, I'm the kind of person who waits for the volumes to come out and picks them up all at once because I can't sit there and read just a few pages.
So he's admitting his ADD.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's been a nightmare for him to be involved in our book because we come out with a book like every year.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that I probably wouldn't pick it up until somebody said, "Hey, you've got to really read this." And so, because it's one thing, and I always want more. I'm always big up. I'm big on binge watching.
That is so great.
I can't.
What are you binge watching right now?
Right now, I'm on Fix.
I am too. Where you
we'll
going?
get to that later. So from the lady side of this, because I know how good Wonder Woman is in anything. Not even a pet post to that. I think it's great. I wish there were more. It was as powerful as far as how they put them out.
Right.
But how are you feeling about the Stevie book? I mean, it's just one. So can the brother have one, or is that too much for him?
I mean, but they all have one, don't they? I mean, like this is just another one. I mean, I think it's going to be cool, but I mean, we've got women, like strong women characters that we could be putting books out about instead of, another man character.
As I was saying earlier, the Pepper Potts book, although I feel like that would be a really, really hard book to either write or very boring because she runs Tony Stark's and she almost gets killed.
I mean,
those are the two things she does.
She's rescued.
Just be her making agenda items for the day.
But the thing about Pepper Potts is if it's from her perspective, you're hearing what's going on in her head at the same time. So it's not just I'm dealing with all of his baloney, but it's, oh my gosh, I have to do this again. I should just quit. Like, what am I doing? that kind of stuff.
I think with the Pepper Potts, you really have kind of an opportunity for almost like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. aspect, where you're actually revolving around the world of the Avengers, but from a more boots on the ground standpoint.
How cool would it be? You guys remember in Avengers 1 the kid that was playing Galactica on his computer?
Yeah.
How cool would it be if he had a book?
He did.
Did he really?
He had a storyline and one of the offshoots from it wasn't part of the actual Marvel universe.
Right.
It was one of their storylines, but he actually did have his own little storyline.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I would literally read that because behind the scenes stuff, or like and I can't even get ready to mention this title in the same sentence as good stuff, but powerless. It's literally like powerless.
It's one of those things you cannot take
Chuck, and then use the same thing.
You can't take it seriously. That's the thing. If you try to look at Powerless and take it as a action,
if I didn't
genre,
I probably wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, well, it's like they've got really big names on it, so
What's
you
the
would
other
think
lady's name?
Vanessa Hudgens.
She's incredible.
They've got great people in it. It's just, I think they market it as an action show more than they did a comedy, and it's more of a comedy than it is an action.
Well, the way what they put it up against kind of like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of thing. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not it's got funny moments. It's got its funny Marvel moments in it, but it's not a comedy.
I love the concept behind that, by the way. I do love the concept behind it. And it's literally, it'd be like me and Brian here starting our own company in that same universe, and like the worlds came in, and Brian would be like, all right, we should probably do something about that.
It is
the ceiling falling in.
It is so. I mean, like whenever we came back, what was it we came back from? And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was in line with the movies.
Yes,
that it blew my mind. I was behind on like 2 episodes on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I actually went and saw the movie and then came back and I was like, no way. This is like, it was the most interesting time to be a nerd right now.
It was good.
But it's the most interesting time to be a nerd because you've got this creative writing that's happening in sequence, and that's where Marvel is so amazing.
Yes.
That is where they really are killing it, is because everything is tying together. Now, where DC is rebooting and changing my dang Flash every time I look up.
It's the Flash sometimes just changing the Flash.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, but I love that stuff. But it's like, God, I'm like, you're ripping my heart out. Like every time I look up, I gotta get into another character.
Only Barry would go back and change there.
Oh.
I mean, they
Well,
can
now-
do another
well, now
crossover, but I mean, then we have to start all over again. Do we really want to sit through it again?
Well, now that we got Iron Fist out, we have another version of Arrow. So this is a good time.
Anyway, also, and I talked to both of you, both Robin and Brandon, about this earlier. DC has released a preview. You haven't seen the book yet, but preview for Batman #1, or Batwoman #1. I knew it was good. I've been rehearsing that for 3 days, and I still say it. With some amazing writers. You can actually find it on comicbook.com. I think I'm kind of looking forward to this. I think all Batman fans should be looking forward to this.
I gotta say the unpopular thing here, all right? Like, I love the
You're
strength.
not surprised.
I love the strength of Wonder Woman. I love the strength in a female character. I hope that they regress a little bit with Batwoman. I hope that they go back to the very overly feminine Batwoman for this one. I don't know. That's just me, though.
Folks, the thoughts and opinions of some people are not equal.
Now go watch some episodes. Go watch the original Batgirl and all that stuff. And like I love that feeling. That was kind of nice.
One of the things that you can easily do with Batwoman that you can't really do with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has this fish out of water aspect where she doesn't really understand, this is the way it should be because this is the way it always has been, kind of thing, and it's foreign to her. You can really delve into a female character with Batwoman, her insecurities and all that kind of stuff more than you ever could with Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman just didn't ever get that because she didn't grow up in a society that had this kind of stuff.
Sure.
So you can actually build an actual character. Now, as far as what they're going to do with Batwoman, who really knows? If it just becomes another, launching point to try to get more female roles in there, that's something that they do terribly, I think.
I'm actually not opposed to them doing things to get more female comic book readers. I'm not opposed to that. It's how they do it.
They had a really great opportunity with Ironheart.
Yes.
And so far it's just been subpar writing shoved in with as many kind of social issues as you